We're kicking things off with a guest who really needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyways. You know actor Jeremy Piven from his unforgettable roles on both the big and small screen. From Hollywood super agent Ari Gold on Entourage to movies like Grosse Point Blank, Old School, and the romantic comedy Serendipity. And these days, Piven is trading Hollywood sets for comedy stages, and he's absolutely crushing it on his stand-up tour, which audiences in Seattle can actually see this Saturday at the Neptune Theater. So here's a little preview.
I was on a date with a woman. She was age appropriate. Don't look at me like that, bro. And she said to me, she goes, "I don't date actors." I said, "Why?" She goes, "You never know when they're acting." Well, we're not on a set. No one yelled action. I'm not getting paid, right? I said, "Look, I'm here with you. I care about you. You're my world. I'm empathetic towards you. There's no one else." Line!
And we are so thrilled to have him in studio with us this morning ahead of his big show. Jeremy Piven, welcome to New Day.
Oh my God, this is incredible. Thank you so much.
Oh.
I'm happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
Yes.
This is
Thank
so
you
exciting.
for the intro. Good intro.
Oh, good. I
like
mean, you
it.
really need no introduction, but we did it anyways. Why not?
I love it. You guys are very respectful. It's just hard for me. I was just watching my stand-up, literally taking notes, because the actor in me is like, literally, I'm watching it because I'm at the point now with my stand-up where it's really kind of come to fruition. I just shot my special in Chicago, so I'm watching that bit going, I know how to do it better.
Really? So
yeah,
perfectionists we are.
I can't help it. I'm just weird.
Oh, no.
I'm a weirdo.
I don't think you are at all. It makes sense.
Yes.
You picked a perfect time to be in Seattle. The weather is incredible. We
Yes.
don't get sun all the time here. So
Yeah.
any fun memories being here?
Oh my God. I did a lot of Cameron Crowe movies, the Singles and Say Anything and all that kind of stuff. And that stuff was all filmed here. And I just love, I grew up in Chicago, but this place reminds me of it in the way that there's so many artists that are here and they nurture the artist spirit. I'm going to say a lot of pretentious things this morning, so just buckle up,
Just
everybody.
buckle up. I'm going to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I listen, you guys support your teams here. You guys show up and you have so much energy. The Neptune Theater is one of the best theaters in the country, so I'm excited to make people laugh.
Oh, well, we love that. And what inspired your pivot to stand up?
It's funny, you brought up Rush Hour and all these movies, even the movies, Singles and Say Anything, like, they're hiring me and there's nothing on the page. And they go, okay, just jump.
Just ad-lib?
Yeah, just go for it. And it's my honor because part of my background is, sketch comedy and from Second City, from the time I was a child getting up on stage at 8 years old. So they hire me and I come in and I just riff. And then when I did Entourage, I would try to riff and they would go, no, stay word for word. And the words were brilliant, and I was lucky to do it. Won 3 straight Emmys. Who's counting me? And I'm very humble. And so now I'm, for the past 10 years I've been touring, and it's just so freeing because it's all coming from me. And I know you wanted to know what do people kind of what do I want people to take away when they see my show? It's like who I am, because this isn't a fictional character. It's me up on stage, sharing a laugh with everyone, unpacking what's going on in this world, what it's been like to take these journeys, what it's like to be on set with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan during Rush Hour and just start literally freestyling. And Jackie Chan speaks 114 languages. I don't know if English is one of them. And he's staring at me and I'm just riffing. It's buttercream, cracked skin, what's below the waist, mystery meat. And he's kind of looking around and all of it makes it into the movie. And so I get to unpack all that stuff at the Neptune Theater.
Oh my gosh, where do you draw some of this inspiration from? I mean, have you always been this funny?
I think we are what we are. We don't change. We just become more like ourselves. And I've always loved laughing and making people laugh my whole life. And all roads for me lead to stand up. I've always admired the form and been terrified by it. And, you know, because of everything that I've been doing, I just kind of threw myself into it. And people after my shows say to me, "We didn't know you were this funny," which is a compliment, and also, you know, it's pretty brutal because I'm 200 years old and I've made 80 movies, and you didn't know I was this funny, and then I headbutt them, and it gets ugly.
Well, it's kind of true because, like you said, you're out there as yourself, you know? Like, you're not playing a character.
No.
It's really like all the pressure is on you.
Yeah, it's like I talk about getting older. This is how you know you're getting older. I used to look at a woman in a short skirt and I'd be like, wow, she's hot. And now I'm like, I wonder if she's cold. That's what happens. Don't get old, kids.
Don't get old.
Don't get old.
You said that your mom Joyce had a rule. You can say anything as long as it's funny. Can you talk about her influence on you as a person and as an entertainer?
Yeah, she was my acting teacher since I was a kid, both of my parents, and they were incredible. Wow. You guys have a picture of me and my mom. Okay, there we go. Yeah, she passed away a couple months ago, so you're going to make me very emotional. And
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
For your
It
loss.
happens. Thank you. So she was my acting teacher, and she was just very supportive and threw us up there with the idea that we are enough, and so we could do our thing, and she's very, very supportive. And I actually talk about when I played Ari Gold, everything I would say as Ari Gold, I would say to her face, because she would test me on my lines. I would actually do lines with my mom. Sorry, no, I wouldn't do lines. Don't do lines with your mom. I ran lines.
Yes.
Could you imagine? All right, Mom, let's go. So glad you banged Dad.
Oh my God.
I love his life. You used to make the best cheese sandwiches, Mom. What was the recipe? Cheese? It was cheese? No, okay.
Was she your harshest critic too? Biggest supporter, harshest critic? Or
no, she wasn't my harshest critic. When she would give me a note as an actor, her notes were like very nurturing, and then she would ask a question, and that question would unlock how better to do the scene. So I didn't even know I was getting a note, even though she was giving me a note. So that was amazing. And she gave me a short story to read 15 years ago called The Performance by Arthur Miller, and I bought the rights from his daughter Rebecca Miller, who's married to Daniel Day-Lewis, and that was very intimidating. That phone call to see if I had what it took to, make the film. We made the film.
Yeah.
My sister adapted it and directed it. It comes out this fall, and it's the best work of my life, and it's a tribute to her.
Oh, parents are really the best.
I won't cry at the Neptune Theater Saturday night, kids.
Who knows? I don't know.
Anything's possible.
Do you find comedy, though, to be therapeutic, especially when things are hard? I mean, I feel like, especially now in this day and age, people want to laugh.
They want to laugh. We have to laugh. We have to make, comedy is up right now, and I think because we're all living through these times where it's very confusing, and we might feel alone, and we all need to laugh, and we need to, because we all feel anger, and anger is a punishment you give yourself for something someone else did, kind of like, burning your Tesla.
Who said that? What are you going to do in Seattle while you're here? What are some fun things on your agenda?
I'm gonna. First of all, one of the things that I do is, like, I got off a plane last night from Boston, and I immediately just started walking the streets. And by the way,
that would be so weird. I'm sorry, just to walk down the street and see you.
Well, first of all, your homeless population, I can't tell if they're in a band. You know what I mean? Because they all look so good. They've all got better hair than me. They look like, they smell like patchouli. We don't know what's going on. They're wearing Birkenstocks. I can't tell what's going on. It's like, is that Jared Leto or is he homeless? I don't know. But listen, I'm going off the rails here. But no, I get a lot of information just on the streets. You might see me at some point today.
Some material. I know. Where should people go to find you?
I mean,
they're going to stalk you.
Yeah, I'm going to wander around. I'm going to start in this area.
Great.
I'm going to go do there's some sort of a softball game that is going on Saturday with some sort of a celebrity softball game, and I'm going to throw out the first pitch. I'm going to play a bit. I'm going to give some sort of a motivational speech, you know?
Okay, so end us on your favorite motivational quote. I love a good motivational quote.
I mean, listen, I don't like quoting other people. I mean, if you're going to quote
yourself,
I could quote myself, or Martin Luther King said, "No lie can last forever," which is great, you know. And I think that, you know, as a team, and I'll speak to all the producers here, we have a finite amount of time on this planet, so you know we can be viciously mediocre in this life, or we can get after it. I don't know if you can say that on television. You can't.
You can't. We're going to have to beep that.
Okay, that's all good, everybody.
Thank you so much for being here.
It was going so well.
It was. We can, of course, catch your show this Saturday, July 12th at the Neptune Theater. Make sure to get your tickets before they sell out. Thank you so much for being here.